Hey everybody, it's Brian. Just want to show you guys where we're at and what the plan is here. We got our H beams. We got those ready to go. I'll pull this out and show you guys. They're welded on both sides, really nice and tight, strong. And like we talked about, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna plug weld those in and weld them around. Same thing on this side. Everything's welded both sides, and I put an additional land on this one that goes in. You can see the filings there, and the reason, and a little bend in it like that. And the reason for that is because of the overlap of the channel. You can see that there, so that it fits in there, and that's going to just help us out a little bit when we're putting this together. Okay, and so what we did is I made up some templates of the inside channel and the outside channel. The inside channel is 4 inches between the break points. The outside channel is 4 1/4, and that's because of the way they built these frames back then. You got a little overlap there. I reached out to a friend of mine, Neil Moyer. He's really good. I mean, I'm a really good fabricator, and welder, but he's just a hair better. He's really good, and it's going to be fun to get somebody else in the garage to help out. And you guys will get a look at him and get to see him doing his thing. I'm gonna get these pieces all cut out and ready, and he's gonna break them for me. We're gonna break the long straight run, and we're gonna cut this and then weld it because of the radius. We could probably build a die and sit there and beat on it and have a bunch of hammer marks on it, but when we get done, it's going to be nice and clean, and it'll be plenty strong. But to give you guys an idea of the plan, we're going to build everything in place. Okay, so after we get these H-beams welded in, right, I'll put the inside channel piece in first, like so. And I'm probably going to plug weld it from the inside, because that's the way they did it in the factory. Everything on the inside was plug welded on the inside. And as you can see, like when they put their gusset in there on the old one right there, you see that, see it in there. I mean, they plug welded the outside. Not nearly as neat or anything, but you know, that's the way they did it back then. So we're going to try to do it basically the same way. And so we'll get that in there. And after we get that in there, the outside channel goes on, and it overlaps. It'll overlap the inside channel. It's pretty simple. You guys can pretty much get what I'm talking about here. And, you know, it'll overlap it, and then I'll weld this one on the outside, plug weld it on the outside, and then weld obviously the seam the whole way around. And you know, I was a little worried about this. I'm not anymore. I mean, I went over it with Neil, and he agreed. I mean, this is really shoddy in here. So, and you can just imagine. I want upwards of 1,000 horsepower or something. I mean, with the power at, I'm going to have some kind of old school blower or something on this, and you can just see me trouncing on the gas and the load for the spring coming up and crushing my frame. So, we're putting nice new strong stuff in. A little heavier. I mean, factory was 090. We're going to use 105, which is 12 gauge versus 13 gauge. And then also, once this is in, we're going to box it out with like some 3/16 steel where the spring lands. We're going to make some nice bracketing that goes around. So when those brackets I made last week, when we weld them on, we're welding them on a nice solid piece of metal. So that's what we got going. Like I say, I got my buddy Neil going to help me with this job. And he's really good, and like I said, it'll be fun to get somebody else in the garage and let you guys get a peek at him in action. He's really good. So that's all I got right now. The metal shop that I ordered the 12 gauge from, you know, I ordered it on the internet because I got to work all week, and they said they were going to ship it Wednesday, but unfortunately they didn't ship it till today. So the wife took mercy on me. She said, I asked her, we're going to go down to the metal yard in Delaware tomorrow, and I'm just going to grab a sheet down there. I need the extra metal anyway. And I'll get these all cut and ready to go, and my buddy will break them for me and all, and we'll be golden next week. I still got a ton of work to do while I'm waiting for that. I'm going to go ahead and weld that back hanger pipe in, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing, prep the other side, make sure the spring lands just like we did on the other one. But I'm going to wait till this is back together before I cut anything loose over there. I'm hoping that I can just patch it in, but if it's close to this, I may end up doing the same thing. Like I said, I want it plenty strong. And like I said, I'm a lot more comfortable doing it this way. And so I hope everybody is with us on this, because that's what we're doing. All right. I'll catch you guys next time. All right. Just got these, got the metal today and down to the yard and got it. Cut them out. Now they just need broke. And that's pretty much it. And that's pretty much all I did today. I went to the yard. I got a bunch of stuff around the house. Then my son came over and started playing around. What's the first thing a guy wants to do when he sees the plasma cutter? They want to try writing their name. So kind of got sidetracked, but that's all right. Got a big old sheet of 316 too for boxing out. I don't need nearly that much material, but I'm tired of always running out of material, so I just bought a couple 4x4 sheets to be done with it. I ain't gotta run out and worry about it every time I start doing something. All right, well, I'll try to get some more done tomorrow. Talk to you guys. Guys, getting ready to prep everything. This is my buddy Neil. He made up our channel pieces for us today. He got them broke for me, and they look really good. I mean, they're going to work out perfect. Just wanted you guys to see what's going on real quick. We got our channel pieces. Hopefully I'll have them, at least everything tacked in tonight and ready to go. Again, thanks to our good buddy Neil for helping us out. Buddy. I really appreciate it. Just got done welding in the I-beams all the way around. My buddy Neil dropped off the channel, so we got to get this thing moving along. The lands we left long came in real handy, and you see, I mean, they're really tight. I mean, we're welded all the way around. So what I'm going to do here is I'm gonna now that I got these all welded in, and the plug welds are all welded in, and I even covered up the screw holes where we had them temporarily screwed. We're gonna grind this all nice and smooth, and then after we get it grinded nice and smooth, we're going to start fitting the channels. Notice I put the hose on this side. That's the inside channel where I'm laying right now. That's because we're going to spot weld those, or plug weld those from the inside if we can. Plus, I'm even going to run a pass down here. Everything's going to be nice and solid for this. Anywhere we can get a weld, we're going to put one. So I'll get back to you guys after I get these pieces all smoothed out and get the channels. I still got to put the radius pieces on the channels, and I'll get back to you guys. All right, well, we got the everything grinded nice and smooth, guys. It's ready to go. At this point, I'm going to start working on the channels that my friend Neil brought over earlier. We got to make the pieces that go on the radius. We'll Healy arc those in, make them real nice, both sides. So I got to make up some metal pieces for that, and we'll take it from there. And we'll fit them one at a time. We're obviously going to do the inside channel first. The first thing I'm going to do before I start fitting them is I'm going to split this old piece in half with the plasma cutter. I'm just going to cut it along that old weld seam. And that's just going to get us, make sure the plane ain't moved. I'm fairly certain it didn't. Like when I cut it loose, it moved like half the thickness of the material that's only 090. Because we got it braced really, really good. I mean, but I still want to verify before we tack anything in. I don't want to put it back together crooked. But at the pace and the rate we're going, we'll be done with this probably maybe tomorrow night. it's going to be way stronger than it ever was from the factory. I mean, we overkilled on that, but that's okay. I mean, I'd rather have it stronger than weaker. So we'll get this in, and I'll get back to you. I made up the inside channel, got that ready to go. So you guys the deal. There's the old piece. I sectioned it. You see it matches up real nice with the new piece. It's just about perfect. Got it welded inside. It's welded outside, but we rolled the ends with the nice sander just to make it look uniform and all. All I got to do now is we'll get ready to put it in. I mean, this is taking a little longer than I wanted, but I mean, I'm trying to make everything match. I'll show you. Okay, so here's the old piece. I sectioned it. You can see nothing's moved really. It's saggy, but look at that. I mean, that's just, it lands everything right where it was. Just about perfect. I had to trim both ends because I got the 1/8 inch plates on our I-beam, so other than that, it's right there. Nothing moved. So again, put that down. You'll see that our new channel fits perfectly in place. So we'll get that ready to go. We're going to try to plug weld this one from the inside. I'm also going to weld that seam anywhere we can grab a weld. We're going to grab one. Nice and strong. Like I said, this thing is never going anywhere again once we get it in there. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to take a little break, and then I'll get back on it here in a little bit. Okay, guys, I got this thing welded in the inside channel. I got the spot welds, and I got both sides nice and tight. We grabbed the weld up in there, and we got one on that side up in there. We got them everywhere we could get them on the inside, and I mean, it sucked right up. It's in there. And we also welded the outside, and we grind blended it to match the frame. Let's get up under here. Hang on a second, guys. All right. Oh, there we go. It's welded in really, really tight. It's good. Like I said, the new material that I got was 105. The old stuff was 90, which is 13 gauge compared to 12 gauge. So there's a slight little, but that's okay. I mean, shoot. I'm really happy with the way the job turned out. I mean, it's in there. I mean, this one half channel would hold this whole thing, but with these H or I beams, whatever you want to call them, that we made, and being spot welded on both sides, tied together, it's a really, really tight job. I'm really happy with it. Our next step is going to be to get the outside channel ready. Excuse me while I climb out of under here. So we again, we got that welded. So I got the outside channel piece here. I got to fab up the pieces and weld them in like I did this morning for the other one. I'm off today, as you guys can see, so I am getting some stuff done. But you can just imagine when we get it in there, it's gonna go basically the same way, only this time I'll put the plug weld holes on the outside beam, so we can catch the plate, and we'll be good. I'm also probably going to have to trim this lip to match the factory lip. We'll see. I mean, like I said, I'm hand fitting everything one piece at a time. This is going to have to be trimmed down just like the other one to fit. You can see it's a little long, but it's all right. I mean, we'll get it. I got the other piece sectioned as well, so we're getting there. But like I say, man, we really did a good on this. and I'm real happy with it. And I'm going to start on this. We'll take a little break again. I'm a little tired today, so we'll get it, and I'll get back to you when I get to it.